Welcome to the Policies and Procedures Orientation for Service Learning students. This orientation will cover topics such as attendance, inclement weather, dress code, and transportation. Please watch the entire video and then complete the Policies and Procedures quiz at the end. Attendance for your Service Learning course is carefully tracked by the Office of Community Engagement and Service and is reported to your professor. Service Learning students are permitted only one absence per semester. Because of their large size, Service Learning coordinators are assigned to EDP 201, EDT 190, and MTH 115. The Service Learning coordinator for these courses are EDP 201, Amy Heller, EDT 190, Gun Yi, and MTH 115, Jessica Taylor. If you are a student in one of these courses, any absences or other issues should be reported directly to your Service Learning coordinator. If you are not in one of these courses, communicate any problem to community engagement at miamiohio.edu. It is extremely important that you always sign in on the Miami sign-in sheet at your site. The site may also require you to sign in on a separate sign-in sheet. Please keep in mind that the Office of Community Engagement and Service only receives the Miami sign-in sheet. So if you forget to sign in on it, you must notify us immediately or you will be counted as absent. If your name is not listed on the sign-in sheet, please write it at the bottom along with your placement, date, and time. Then contact Office of Community Engagement and Service as soon as possible so that the sheet can be updated. If you are going to be absent, you must contact both your student coordinator and your teacher or site liaison, preferably by sending an email to both individuals. Your teacher or site liaison's contact information will be listed when you select the placement using the online engagement system, which you will learn about in the next orientation video. If you utilize the transportation provided by the Office of Community Engagement and Service, you must also call the front desk at 513-529-2961 to let them know you will not be able to attend your placement. This is extremely important so that we can make any necessary adjustments to the transportation schedule. Any updates regarding school delays or cancellations will be posted on the Service Learning NECA page. If your site is on a delay, all placements at the site are canceled for the entire day. If your placement is canceled due to inclement weather, you are not required to contact your coordinator, site liaison, teacher, or the Office of Community Engagement and Service front desk. However, if your placement is canceled by your site liaison or teacher due to testing, field trips, or other circumstances, please follow the same process as you would for an absence. Some Service Learning placements require students to be fingerprinted or to complete an online background check. Be sure to read the placement description in the online engagement system carefully to see if a background check is required. All Cincinnati public schools require volunteers to be fingerprinted. If you need to be fingerprinted, please come to the Office of Community Engagement and Service at 219 East Spring Street to pick up a fingerprinting form, which you will then take to the Miami Police Department. It can take up to 2 weeks for your results to come in, and you are not permitted to begin your placement until we have received your results. Booker T. Washington Community Center, Living Water, and Bunker Hill all require an online background check. If you choose one of these places, a student coordinator will contact you to let you know how to access the background check online. These typically take just 3 to 5 business days to get the results. Students who choose placements in Talawanda, Hamilton, or Middletown schools are not required to be fingerprinted or background checked. We strongly recommend that you visit the website for your site to review their dress code. As a general rule, clothing should not show an inappropriate amount of skin. All shorts and skirts must be knee length. Hats are not allowed. Also, Clothing that has alcohol or drug references or logos are forbidden. This includes all Green Beer Day shirts. If the staff at Office of Community Engagement and Service does not feel that you are dressed appropriately, you will not be permitted to attend your placement. Transportation to most service learning sites is available in some form. Students who choose to volunteer at Bogan Elementary, Marshall Elementary, or Talawanda High School in Oxford are transported to their sites via the MOVE vehicle. The Office of Community Engagement and Service employs a student driver to shuttle volunteers back and forth to these sites multiple times per day. Kramer Elementary in Oxford is accessible via the Miami Metro. The Office of Community Engagement and Service has a fleet of vehicles that are used to provide transportation to sites outside of Oxford. These cars and vans are driven by you, the volunteers. In order to drive all Miami-owned vehicles, you must be at least 19 years old. Office of Community Engagement and Service also rents 2 cars from Enterprise, which allows 18-year-olds to be drivers. In order to drive a minivan or van, you must be at least 19 years old, have a valid driver's license, and have completed an online driver training course. If you meet these qualifications, email communityengagement@miamiohio.edu and let us know that you are eligible to take the van training. Please include your full name and Miami Unique ID in your email. We will submit your name to the training coordinator and you will receive an email with a unique training link and instructions on how to complete the training. If you utilize Office of Community Engagement and Service Transportation, you will always depart from and return to the Hannah House at 219 East Spring Street. When you walk in at the front door, there will be a transportation sign-in sheet. You must always sign in whether you are the driver or a passenger. If you are the driver that day, you will also need to ask the front desk worker to sign a key packet out to you. On the form, in the key packet, you will record your name, destination, program, fuel level, and starting and ending mileage. You also should know any issues you observe with the vehicle. A vehicle usage agreement is posted under the Required Forms section on the Service Learning NECA site. All Service Learning students must complete and submit this form. It covers important information about driving university vehicles, being a passenger, and driving your personal vehicle if you choose to do so. Among the information on the vehicle usage agreement, you should never sign out the vehicle keys from the Office of Community Engagement and Service front desk worker unless you intend to be the driver of the car. If you receive any tickets while driving to or from your service learning placement, you are responsible for paying them. Seatbelts must be worn at all times. Always review the placement description carefully to see what kind of transportation is available. Please note, when choosing your placement in the online engagement system, that transportation time is included in all placement times outside of Oxford. Placements within Oxford do not include transportation time. In addition, you must check the Need Transportation box when registering for your placement. Transportation lists are pulled directly out of the online engagement system, so if you do not check the Need Transportation box, you will not be scheduled for transportation. We will run a report of everyone who requested transportation, create a schedule, and notify you of the schedule within 24 hours of your placement. As new Adopt a School and American Reads and Counts tutors choose placements, the schedule will change, so you will be emailed a new schedule each week. Thank you for viewing the Service Learning Policies and Procedures orientation. Please be sure to complete the Company NECA quiz before moving on to the next orientation video.